Welcome to another episode of What's Poppin' SAPL Movies and TV Superheroes. To start off, Joseph, you have your pick of what superhero movies you'd like to suggest from our library catalog. What were your picks?
My picks were my favorite ones are like anti-hero movies, such as Venom. That's basically it's Eddie Brock is like a journalist who gets abducted or merged with an alien called Venom, and he uses this alliance to fight evil and evildoers. Since he has he's such a really dark and has a rage for eating humans. But my other one is Deadpool. Deadpool is another favorite character I like, and it's played by Ryan Reynolds, and he's played Wade Wilson, which is a special forces operative, and he's in which he turns into a mercenary. Deadpool is funny, and he has accelerated healing powers. So anything that if he gets shot or if he if a limb gets cut off, it just grows right back. So, but he uses all his powers to fight evil as well and evildoers. It is an adult type of movies. You got Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. It has a lot of adult language and bloody scenes, but it's a very hilarious and action-packed movies. And there's also Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad. The first one wasn't really too well, but when it came back with the second, called the Suicide Squad, made by James Gunn, they had Harley Quinn in there, Blackguard, Peacemaker, Ratcatcher 2, Deadshot, the Polka Dot Man, and King Shark. They're all they all had like their own superhero powers, but they're kind of I guess put in prison or in jail. And the only way to get out of jail, they'll had to do work for the government and do good for the government. There's also Constantine. Constantine was a movie that came out in the early 2000s. It's with Keanu Reeves. He plays an exorcist trying to fight demons and evil spirits, so he can work his way back up. So because he was like condemned to hell, so in order to get out of being sent to hell, he has to fight evil and evildoers. Those are mine. What were yours, Josiah?
Thank you for asking. I decided to pick the best of, or at least my favorite heroes versus villain moments, starting with the Dark Knight, the Christian Bale version. That's the one with Heath Ledger playing as the Joker. I think it's the best of the Dark Knight trilogy. Batman is not only just fighting Joker in a head-on-head, one-on-one fight, but he's also trying to fight him in a battle of wits as Joker just keeps plotting, and it's up to the Dark Knight Christian Bale to figure out what it is. And it's a very dramatic but still actiony type movie that I like. And next one, The Mystery Man with Ben Stiller and William H. Macy. This is a less serious but more comical movie. Ben Stiller and the rest of his cast are the mystery men who fight crime, but they don't have any powers. They just have a bunch of makeshift, I guess you could say, cosplay items for them to fight crime. William H. Macy, for example, plays the shoveler, as he's called. He just fights people with a shovel. And then there's Hank Azaria, who plays the Blue Raja in the background there. All he does is he throws kitchenware at people, and that's how he fights crime. So it's a very, I guess you could say, B-list group of heroes trying to fight villains, but it's very it's kind of a cult classic. I like it. It came around before the Marvel and DC boom started.
Right.
And of course, there's Thor Ragnarok and Spider-Man No Way Home. Thor Ragnarok is the movie that came before the upcoming Thor movie that's supposed to come out in the summer. Thor is transported to another world, has to fight aliens, and has to save his world from destruction. Very funny, full of action as well. And then Spider-Man No Way Home, as I've already said, Tom Holland. I think he's one of the best Spider-Mans. He has to fight another villain in a sort of battle of wits, you could say. He has to figure out what is real and what is not against the villain Mysterio. And definitely watch it, especially with the next one that came out right after this. As for you, Rhonda, what were your picks?
I went with some superheroes that are just great summer watches, some fun. The first one I chose is Man of Steel. It's your classic superhero Superman movie. I really liked Henry Cavill as Superman. I thought he did a great job with that role. And it's sort of the origin story of Superman. I also looked at Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because I like it when, the ladies are out there kicking rear ends and taking names. And both of those are really good movies. I think Gal Gadot and Brie Larson both played the strong superhero very well. And those were both very exciting, lots of action, great movies to watch. And the final one I picked was Superman and Lois. It's actually a TV series. It's a little bit different because it looks at Superman after he's married Lois and had 2 kids. So it's a little bit later in the story and seeing how that kind of developed after the initial superhero thing took over to see what their life was really like later on. So I enjoyed watching all of those, and they make good summer watches.
Speaking of all these superhero movies, we have Pop Madness coming up. You want to tell us something about that, Rhonda? Sounds pretty awesome.
Sure, I love talking about Pop Madness. This is actually going to be our 5th year, so 5th anniversary of Pop Madness. It's going to be a little bit different this year. Instead of being at the Central Library, we're going to be at the Igo Branch Library, and it's going to be from May 28th. It's going to be on May 28th from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And we're going to have all sorts of activities and stuff going on out there. The new thing this year, we're going to have a lot of it outdoors in our magical fairy glade. We're going to have our Magician, Illusions by Blake. We're going to have a haunted escape room. We're going to have a Witcher themed training school. We're going to have all sorts of stuff like that going on. We're also going to have our usual authors and artists. We'll have a few guests there that can sign both their artwork and their books for you if you want to come out and visit them. We're going to have a whole anime area dedicated just to anime and manga. And we're going to have some K-pop karaoke going on. We're going to have crafts. And then, of course, every year we have our Pop Madness cosplay contest. So don't forget to sign up for that. If you want to win a trophy for your cosplay, be sure to sign up. You can sign up on the day. And along with our cosplay contest, we'll have a lot of our cosplay groups there that have been with us before. So we'll have the USS Bear, Ghostbusters, Batman of San Antonio. We're going to have Vikings, Havoc. So there's just going to be all sorts of stuff going on all day long. We hope you join us and celebrate geek life.
Next time, this was Josiah Garcia from Westfall, Joseph Gonzalez from Acrylis, and Rhonda Woolhouse from Tobin. Catch you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.